already a stigma on weed and psychosis that is, because when you go through that experience, unfortunately you are branded as crazy. And it's the same thing here. You are branded as someone that has rage issues. You know, you can't escape it. And yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't understand Megan J, that you know why it's infuriating for you, because it's complex. What I'm trying to say is it's like addiction. It's hard to understand because you're like, okay, why can't you just stop drinking, or why can't you just stop taking? It's not that simple. But of course, like I said, I know it's a false equivalence. I know I'm not trying to equivocate or anything like that. But I'm just showing you that same nuance that exists with addictions is the same nuance that would also exist with people that went through psychosis and people that have done something bad while they have been through psychosis. Even Redacted could not respond. But again, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Freddie deserves every credit for this because she pulled this up and put it and just like, no, that's not true. That's not true. Johnny did not do that. Sorry, not Johnny did not do that. Adam did not do that. Right. So we're gonna play it here.
You see that? Well, before you go there, Mr. Waldman, I asked you a question. I just read that and said, do you see that? Can you answer that question?
I thought I answered yes, but yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. And is that an accurate statement?
No.
What is inaccurate about it?
It says it was Adam Waldman who first contacted Rolling Stone. That's incorrect.
What is correct?
What is correct is that I was not the first to contact Rolling Stone.
Who first contacted Rolling Stone?
Mr. Depp.
I'm going to ask the question, notwithstanding.
Oh, chuckle.
Right. So
Too much.
is this your queen? Is this your queen?
Is that your queen? Oh, go back to that tweet. I need to see what else she said.
This is all my exes. So all of you change because it's such a stupid rule. No, I am not. No. Why do you want the toilet seat? You explain. Les, why do women want the toilet seat down?
The seat or the lid? There's two different things.
Lid.
I don't know. Is there something in me that it really bothers me that it's when it's open, like it just triggers that, ugh. It's like and I've read this.
I don't think this is a guy at all. I think Andy just shooted him. I actually think this is a girl. I'm sorry. Like, how did you not know the purpose for the toilet seat, but he does?
I don't know. I just don't do it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. But you should know.
Yeah.
You're a woman. You should know. But you didn't know.
We don't know half of the reasons why we do the things we do. Doctor of Condiments. Come on. Yeah. I don't know why I do half the things I do.
This guy can basically read women's minds. Basically, that's what this
He's
is
a
implying.
genius.
That's what this is implying.
He's a goddamn genius. He needs to do a master class in women.
Oh Lord, Andy. Gosh, I hope you are a guy.
Andy is also a woman's name. I just did the typical.
Oh,
it's
Andrea.
Andy. It's a
Yeah.
dude.
It would be Andrea. Yeah. You don't think it's Andrea?
Is it Andrea Burkhart?
You don't think it's Andrea, do you? That would be insane. No, I'm joking. But no. But Andy isn't. It would be Andrea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
a woman. But if it's Andrea Burkhart, then Jesus Christ.
Well, then she's very sneaky. She is very, very sneaky, Ed. Because that woman, let me tell you, she's one of my favorite humans. Jesus Christ.
Hello everyone. Hope you guys are well. Well, we are back, and thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Hindsight. We are looking back on again. There was a first part to this that we were looking into the bot claims and everything like that. I have listened to the Tortoise Media, Alexi Bot's conspiracy podcast, and this part two of it is because I heard all of it and it's yet to be released. It's going to be released, I believe, next week. I believe it's on episode 6 where I said on the last stream that they were doing something extremely dangerous, and that was not providing the full story, especially when they're making assertions of editing and how this has been done. For today's show, I would call it, for today's episode, we're going to go into, well, the Dan Wooton whole issue, and we're also going to go into why this is all PR and why this bot talk is mainly PR to again try to rehabilitate Amber Heard's image. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's just get into it. Right. So also, guys, let me know how the audio is sounding. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. It will really help us out with the algorithm. And also, if you like the stream, do share it as well. It would really help us out with the algorithm. Let me just say hi to the chat. Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you guys like the new layout that I've done here. Hello Random Girl and Nom de Plume. Random Girl is a member. Thank you so much, Anemod. I really do. Thank you so much for also becoming a member of the Heinz Condiment Island, where you get to see new content out. I will be releasing the planned interviews that I'm doing for the week coming, so you members do get to actually see it first, and I'm really looking forward to that because I have now finished the documentary. I have no more use for the green screen, in my honest opinion, which is kind of why there is a new layout. To be honest, audio sounds good. Okay, thank you so much, because I did change it to its native form, mainly because I don't know, the internet version I was using just didn't sound right on playback every single time, so I decided to go back onto its plain form. I think it was the position that I had the PC in, the studio in, whatever you want to call it. I think that actually did impact the audio, but I think this version sounds a lot more crispier, and I had to, but yeah, thank you so much. Random Girl says, I'm glad to support. I had to rearrange some things. So no, it's all right. Thank you so much you're always supporting. I love the fact that you're here, and anyone that's joining, whenever you are, replay crew, whichever one you are, welcome and thank you. So like I was saying before, we're going to go into build on a lot of what I was saying in part 1, which is just basically last week's stream. So we're just gonna build on that because a lot more things have been coming out in regards to Johnny Depp, especially with Dan Wooton. We're gonna deal with that one first, and then we're gonna go into why I said that is dangerous, because the next episode of the podcast is dropping next week. So I want to show you why that's dangerous, and yeah, I have my reservations, and I will articulate them later on. So in regards to Dan Wooton, because he came out recently with and said, let me try and track down the tweet because I am locked out, so I can't use the bookmark feature on Twitter, unfortunately. So I am locked out. So it would take me a bit. It's a bit of a workaround um to get the tweet up. So bear with me 1 second because I had to send it to my friends and then yeah, I go into it. So to bookmark it basically, like the workaround. But again, yeah, I'm locked out on Twitter for using the word demise. Uh, it's just weird. People just report you for for stupid things nowadays. But it's just yeah, it's just annoying. But I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. Spilled milk is basically done now, so I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna get on with it. So basically, I do have the post up now. So let's go into the tweet. This is basically the tweet. This is basically a tweet. So Bron made this tweet saying, "Remember." I hope you all can see that, by the way. But it says, "Remember when Dan Wooton called Johnny Depp a wife beater in a Sun headline promoting Depp to sue for libel? Well, despite UK's victory in that case, Wooton now says he regrets writing it, arguing it's a defamation of Depp's privacy." So now Dan Wooton, again, no one asked for this. What I'm about to read, I don't even think the guy said anything wrong or anything like that. It's what we all witnessed. But no one asked for his opinion. He just came in, and as you can see, he was ratioed the hell. Like, look at the ratio. Like, insane. Everyone here has ratioed him. Every single one. Well, except for Joan. You got some catching up to do, Joan, if you're watching. But hey. But yeah, like, everyone has ratioed him. By the way, that wasn't a slide. I'm joking with you. I know, John. Anyway, you can see 65, 15, 14 likes, all of those things, and also no one work to do there. But anyway, point is, what he said here is hold up. What happened? Okay. 1 second. Let me go back. I changed the stream by accident. Right. So basically here, so this is what I said. "Hi Bron, I never called Johnny Depp a wife beater as I explained here, blah blah blah. It was an online headline that I had nothing to do with. I didn't write it. That never appeared in print. Facts matter." Now, if you have seen, now he says facts matter, so let's go into the facts. If you have seen the interview that I did with, damn it, I keep forgetting his name, Alan Robert Shaw. He does podcasts with Black Belt Barrister. He's a barrister in the UK, very very knowledgeable in terms of defamation and those civil cases. I loved speaking with him. And he basically did reveal in that interview that I did with him that there was a revision of the article, but because it still went online, because like even though it still basically went online, people still saw it. So even though the Sun did actually go to rework the title, and they reworked and they kind of repurposed or all of that, even though that was the case, they could still sue because people still saw the original title, so they still sued. But it was reworked into another title that I think it was a lot more tame. They called it misconduct or whatever. I did track down the title at the time, but I did not put it here because I just popped into my head that I did that interview. Literally just popped into my head, so I'm kind of going to fly. Trust me, bro, on this one. Just trust me on this one. They did rework the title. The Sun did. So what he's saying here, though, is not what I just described. The Sun reworking the title and reworking what they're writing still was not the same thing as I never wrote the title, because end of the day, and I loved and I loved Stevie J for actually bringing attention to it. So it's basically said, "Tell me lies, tell me little sweet little lies." What an intro, by the way. What an intro. He said, these are your words from 2018 that, yes, most certainly admonished J.K. Rowling for casting Johnny Depp after A suffered an all-out assault. Now, we can play semantics. What does wife beater mean? Because he's right. Your insincere apology is worth as much as anything as you have ever written. 0. Johnny Depp remains 100% innocent. Because, again, what is it? Again, everything he wrote in the article. Everything he wrote in the article is here, as highlighted by Stevie J. And, yeah. So, unless you want to play semantics, what do you mean you never wrote the wife beater? Let's just go into a little, change the word wife beater to domestic abuser. Does it just change? Does it now magically change? Oh, I never wrote domestic, because you still call them that. In fact, let me quickly go into this article here, because Dan Wooton is from New Zealand. This is what the New Zealand Herald wrote on the Judgment Day, the day that the Sun revealed the judgment, where, you know, they found that he was a wife beater, based on the article that he wrote, by the way. Again, based on that article. So it says Kiwi journalist Dan Wooton on winning on. So this is his take on winning libel case against Johnny Depp. 1 second, let me just quickly sort this out. My mistake on this, just sorting out the time that we do have to stream. So let me just quickly. Oh, damn. Okay. So as I was saying, now I'm present. Back to the present. As I was basically saying here, it reads, Kiwi journalist Johnny Depp on. So these are his opinions. He basically says, Johnny Depp has lost I6, the Sun tabloid newspaper, and New Zealand-born journalist for labeling him. Again, this is, people knew what you were talking about. I don't know what it says, labeling him a wife beat. They even put it in quotations. What are you talking about? You didn't write it. It was your article. Go on to read. In an interview with Talk Radio, Wooton said, "You may not know. In an interview with Talk Radio, Wooton said, out of his own mouth, saliva escaped as well. So he says, you may know that Johnny Depp has been suing both my newspaper, The Sun, and me personally for a column I wrote questioning whether J.K. Rowling should have casted the troubled actor in her Fantastic Beasts franchise following a string of domestic abuse. What does that mean? Incidents against Amber Heard. What does that mean? Dan, you're a journalist. Words matter. I know facts matter as well, but words also matter. Let me just quickly go to the chat because I'll return to this. Who did I piss off this time? I won't elaborate. I would. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'll be in big trouble. Big trouble. So I rather not speak. I hope you get the reference that I'm referring to. Nom de Plume says, hey, Nom, welcome back. Dan Wooton says he did not write the headline. Wasn't this also Amber Heard's defense when sued for the Washington Post op-ed headline? Of course it was. even though she goes on, and we've seen the trial, we've watched the trial, we saw that she put onto the tweet, today I wrote. You saw the headline, so therefore you must. I'm sorry, you're saying, like, at least with Amber Heard, I can at least somewhat actually know her situation is deadlock anyway. Like, she literally made the tweet and says, today I published, so that's out of the window. But what I'm trying to say is, at least you could say that after that she actually didn't say anything further after that December, after that tweet. You could maybe make the argument. I mean, yes, she did also go on Instagram and make the same tweet again, so made the same post again. But you can at least make the same argument that after that was done, she didn't do what Dan did and go on radio, and then basically say I said all I called him this, I called him that, etc. She didn't do that. What she did do though, let me try and find that, because I do have it here. All of this is now on the fly because I'm literally just remembering what I was looking at earlier today in preparation for this, and I did find some tweets from back in 2020. I think one was from Izzy, where it was on the 28th of July 2020. Again, trust me again on this. Trust me, bro source. It will take me a bit of time to actually find the actual video, but is the one in which I only remember Izzy because is the one that actually went viral. Well, everyone actually remembers, but but it's a video. That's the one. Okay, found it. Yay. Okay, cool. Got the video up. So basically, the point I'm trying to make is the only thing Amber Heard did was basically go into this. It was basically go into in the middle of the trial. She go on to basically say, I gave testimony. I don't know that. I don't know that. I'm not sure if you can hear that.
You have given me so much strength, and I send it back to you. Thank you.
Here comes the blues. So basically, at least with Amber, that's all you had. And even with that video, she doesn't really say anything outside of, okay, I testified today, blah, blah. And it's basically a victory lap. Like, I've watched, like you watch that video over and over again. She's speaking as if she won. And this was way before the judgment was laid down. But the point I'm trying to make is, after, but what Dan done again is double down on what he has said in that Talk Radio article. At least Amber can say, I actually didn't write the headline, and maybe you can believe it, but obviously the published thing took it out. But Dan, no, I'm sorry, you've gone on to double down on your statement so many times, which I'm gonna show you much later on. Let me read the comments again. So there's this Dan stole that comment from Amber Heard, accused of abuse instead of YB. What's the difference? Exactly. Like, what's the actual difference? Like, let's not take the piss here. I closed and the only one I can see in the chat or publish. Okay, I closed and reopened. Now I'm not the only one I see. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, there are a couple more people in here. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Make sure you please like this video and also share it as well. Really get the algorithm going, because we are going to go into the why all of these things are happening, especially with Dan's comments. In my opinion, again, all it is my opinion. I'm not making any definitive statements that something is true or false. is just my opinion, my perspectives on the things that I see. So, let me go back into the article that we were reading in regards to this was, again, remember, it's on the 2nd of November 2020. So the judgment has been handed down by Justice Nicol at this point, or as let's like to call him, Injustice Nicol. And basically, anyway, he also says, but today it's not about Johnny Depp. In fact, I'll be happy never to hear the bloke's name again. Why then? You'll be happy to never hear the bloke's name again, but now you are basically saying the bloke's name again over and over again. And you are now putting yourself and saying, I should never have got involved in this relationship. But you're saying, what do these words mean to you, Daniel Wooton? What do these words actually mean to you? I certainly won't be talking about him anymore. Words mean a lot. Even though I do hope he's able to get the help he needs. He obviously needs. Okay. I think you need help equally, but okay. Today is about Amber Heard. Thank you, Amber, for your bravery. Thank you for your traumatic evidence in the face of the most toxic and unfair abuse of your character. Thank you for being prepared to take on the Hollywood machine. In addition, that has been cheered by campaigners against domestic abuse. Justice Andrew Nicol said the defendants had proved during the trial in London that their allegations against Depp were substantially true. Depp's lawyers. So what was substantially true? Because if you're saying I never wrote that, why are you doing this? No. Okay. Depp's lawyer said there will be a decision. Blah blah. That was again. So I think that's all. Unless social Stevens, the media lawyer. Okay. No, that's it. Stephen Sherborne, comments, etc. So that's basically it. My thing is actually before I go into my thing, let me go into because Adam Waldman at the time did share this because he just basically repurposed and put up the tweet after he went on talk radio. He basically posted his tweets again, and then he basically repeated all those things. But he says, Dan Wooton, Johnny Depp, I do hope he's able to get the help he obviously needs. LAPD Boycam says, I'm here to give Johnny Depp the help he obviously needs. Because, again, the body cam proved no abuse took place. Like, there was no spill, there was nothing, which is what Amber Heard was trying to say that there was. But somehow, Amber Heard was basically saying, oh, there was. And I will keep saying this till my face turn blue. You have a woman, a Latina, that was training a man, and they both testified to not seeing injuries or anything at all. And then you have your friend saying that they did say we're gonna go arrest him because we see all this. What the hell? And then that same friend says, I'm not calling anybody a lot. Let's stop being stupid, because we know why this man is coming out to say these things now. Because end of the day, he himself has been through the ringer, in my opinion, through the ringer, and has been accused of something he I don't know the truth or anything about that. I really don't care. When the whole thing hit, I was not interested. I personally was not interested. I was like, okay, this happening to Dan, whatever. Daniel, this happening to him, whatever. I couldn't care less. I don't even think I made a tweet about it or anything like that. Yeah. So he did that. I'm like, okay. Karma is reaching him, and now he says it turned out to not be true. I couldn't care to question the veracity of the truthfulness of all of that. But he's now saying, I personally think he is doing this just to be relevant again, because there is no way you can disavow all of these words that you've put on the tweets that he's done, because he made more tweets, especially before the trial went to US. He basically doubled down and was like he's gonna lose. He's wasting his time. Again, this is just off the fly. I don't have to tweet, so again, trust me, bro souls. But all of this, in my opinion, and now we're gonna get onto all the media attacks that are now coming out in regards to Johnny Depp. It started with Lola. I don't know. I'm not being rude here, but I really can't remember her name. Lola something. Lola Bunny. I'll just call her Lola Bunny for the purposes of this stream. But I can't even find the article that I had of her. Okay, where's the article? Where is the article? Let me look for it. Bear with me 1 second. I'm all over. This article is all over the place. Right? No, it's not this article. But yeah, let me try and find it. But I do know that she acted on Criminal Minds. She doesn't really have much of a career. She alleged that that's her name, the Hollywood Reporter. It was basically a Blow co-star. A lot of the agencies are now picking it up. To be honest, again, this seems coordinated, in my opinion, because Complex has now picked it up an hour ago. I will quickly share it. Complex picked it up an hour ago. As you can see here. The Independent 12 hours, 6 hours ago. But it was actually I first saw it on Pop Crave on a Twitter tweet, and I think it originally started from page 6, I believe, or something like that, or Variety. I don't know, one of those publications. In all fairness, it just seems like, and I've seen a tweet in regards to this. Again, if I had the bookmark future back, I hate being locked out, man. So handicapped. But I don't have the. I could have actually used my other accounts. Damn, I didn't even think about that. But I don't have the. It's long. But I basically, simply put, I can't show you the tweet, but you're gonna have to trust me again. They're basically saying that Amber Heard was right. Johnny Depp. I don't know how you can. I don't know why they keep bringing this woman's name into everything, because what Lola is describing is a work situation. The only time Johnny Depp worked with Amber Heard was for London Fields, and even then Amber didn't even complain. So I don't know why. You see what I mean? It's like, 1 second, like, is a reach and a half. It's a reach and a half. It's the best way I can. It's such a reach, because you have this. You're basically saying that Amber was right. He is being abusive, this and that. But all Lola said was, let's go into the article. Let's go into the article. This is the Hollywood Report. It says Johnny Depp responds. Oh, flipping ads. This ads. Johnny Depp responds to claim from Lola Glaudini that he berated her while filming Blow. So Blow is a 2001 movie, and he says he reamed me in my face. A rep for Depp says the rep is I forgot his name. I know it ends with Sakar, but I don't know his full name. Hopefully he's in here, but basically, um Johnny Depp responded to recent accusations by etc. blah blah. Flipping out, what the hell is going on with this? Sorry. Okay, so this is what she said. I'm only gonna focus on what she said, and then I'll try and find the rest. So it says, what's going on? You see what I mean? I don't know what's going on. Why is he doing that? Okay, I'll do it like this. I'll try and trick it. Okay, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm not gonna highlight anything. It says, I hate a cue and I go ha 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 and I do a big laugh or whatever. Glaudini says, noting that she did it for several takes. Johnny Depp, when they say cut, walks over to me, comes up to me, sticks his finger in my face, and I am in a bikini on the ground like this, and he comes over and he goes, "Who the f are you? Who the f do you think you are? Who the f do you think you are? Ush the f up, ish the blah blah. Who the effing?" Now I haven't seen Blow, so if the scene did make it into the final cut and it was supposed to be there, I to be honest, you guys have probably seen it, so let me know what she's referring to here, because if it didn't make it into the final cut, then again, let me know. I could be wrong, but my thinking without even knowing the movie, if it didn't make it to the final cut, you're clearly messing up. Something is wrong with you that you're doing this. Maybe you did do some blow beforehand or something like that, and you're clearly beyond professional. If it did, then that's a different story. And I don't know. I'm not an actor, by the way. So, well, I did try theater, but that doesn't make me an actor. But I don't know what. I have seen reports of like Christian Bale doing something similar to this, like scolding their co-stars, etc. I personally, I have never been in this environment, but from what I'm seeing here is, it just sounds like professionalism. That's what I'm reading here. Who the f do you think you are? It's not funny now. The quiet that you are right now. That's how you effing stay. To me, this just sounds like work, as in we're doing a serious scene. That's the way I'm interpreting this. Again, I don't know the scene that she's referring to. So if there is a scene where this actress is actually laughing, but again, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. I think I've said quite a few times that I still need to catch up on a lot of Depp's movies. I watch Fear and Loathing the last weekend. 2 weeks ago. Weird trippy movie, by the way. But let me go to the chat. I will be right. I'll be right back. It says hey all Dan Wooton, snake oil seller, of course. Words to Dan Wooton means a paycheck, of course. And welcome back, Solo Dove. Thank you so much. Elizabeth Garza, welcome back. This is the first time I'm seeing you here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. And your comment, it says, I'm so sick and tired of Amber Heard insults to all survivors, and victims. This is exactly why she should have been criminally charged. I agree with you, because I think it was leading that way, because that was what a DVRO that was what her DVRO was about. So it would have led to an actual restraining order if she didn't settle the way she did. Now, I learned from Femme Condition. You may have seen her on Twitter, and I'm reading the interview that we did. But she basically said that had the case gone on, and those audios that they had back in 2016, this is going to become very important later on. Back in 2016, those audios, if they went all the way to trial, she would not have been able to get spousal support based on California law, that if you are deemed to be an abuser, you don't get spousal support in a divorce proceeding. So it was in her best interest to keep quiet. Sorry, to not keep quiet, to settle. That's the one. She couldn't keep quiet, is what I meant to say, when the money stopped coming in. If you notice, she started talking about the case, started talking about it publicly, all of that, to Dan Wooton, to all of that, in 2018, when Depp actually stopped paying for when it was over. The 7 million paid for, done and done, said, we know what happened with the 7 million, blah, blah, we don't need to go into that. But the point is, that's when she started talking about all this again. Like, she was quiet when the money was coming in. So, at least to me, that's enough motive. But anyway, thank you for your comment, Elizabeth. Welcome to the stream. So the Dove, the Lola thing seems lame. Only witness is a dead guy. Yeah, it's always a reliable witness when that's your witness. But anyway, obviously, rest in peace. But come on, like, all these things happen and no one else saw it. I'm gonna go back to an article because I will show you what Sankar basically said and the conversations around Sankar, because again, Amber's PR overwork. So anyway, Rosalind Duke, welcome. Hello there. How are you doing? Thank you. Welcome back. Non Deploon. If you're watching JD's movies, try Secret Window. It's amazing. The next movie I actually do have on is, keep forgetting the name, 2010 release. Oh, damn. Alice in Wonderland, that's the one. No, that's not in 2000. No, it's not Alice in Wonderland, but it's the first one. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But that is the one I've been meaning to watch. I would know it when I go back into my USB stick and load it up, etc. But yeah. So yes, but thanks for the recommendation. It's definitely in there. First time me hearing about the secret window. It was a huge mistake to get away after Australia, and I said this as well. I said I hate repeating it, but I said I really hope that the bottle did hit him in a way to injure him, so that all of these criminal proceedings could have happened right there and there. The relationship would have effectively ended right there and there, technically speaking. Like, all of these things, we wouldn't have gone through all of this, because the only reason why she made all these other allegations, went in and testified falsely, and it's so incredibly false, when and testified falsely, is because she had the benefit of time on her side. She had it. In my opinion, that's why that's why it worked out for her in the way it did. Because if this came out, do you think she would have even said anything that she said in Australia if the criminal proceedings was happening in Australia because of her throwing a ball and it may not have hit the finger, but it may have hit his head, and then he was concussed and had to go to hospital? Do you think she could have made those allegations? No, because that would have been ridiculous. How do you get there? How do you get to the point that you're throwing a bottle if he's doing all these things to you? Like, be real. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it would not have been the case, but because his finger was hurt, the fact that he lied to protect her in that period, and then wanting to keep all this off the media eye and then go on, you can see how she repositioned and be like, okay, cool, I've got time on my side. Bang. I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this. None of it is true. In my opinion, none of it is true. I will stand on that till my last breath. But anyway, let's go back into the article. So Glaudini explained she was taken aback. It was not only her first time. I'm not gonna try highlight again. I'm sorry. This was my first studio movie. Done indies until blah blah. The only thing going through my head was don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. A rep for Depp told Hollywood's Report on Wednesday, Johnny always prioritizes good working relationships with cast and crew. This recounting differs greatly from the recollection of other members on the set at the time. The rep pointed to a statement from Sam Sakar. Okay, so there is a rep, and Sam Sakar also made this individual statement. Who has worked on Depp films like Depp films, The Big Lebowski and Chocolate. That was Depp. Oh, I didn't even know. The Big Lebowski. Oh wow, I didn't even know. Don't crucify me. Don't crucify me in the chat. I actually didn't know that. I have seen Minimata though, so I do have that. And also, damn, I keep forgetting the name of this. Based by Biggie Smalls, 2018 movie, Biggie Smalls. I forgot the name of it. Again, don't crucify me. Maybe you can let me know in the chat. But yeah, Sam Sakar says, as a sound person, you're constantly listening to what's going on set, listening for noises, listening for chatter, says Sakar. In fact, specifically, I would listen to Johnny's audio to check for interference, both during rehearsals and during a take. I never heard anything like that, and that would have been a remarkable event. I mean, this is really important because, as usual, as you would expect, after Sam Sakar made that statement, after Sam Sakar made that statement, what happened next is possibly, if you're gonna say something about bots, you know, if you're gonna say bots did this, you know, bots are out here, then, you know, you would be seeing Sam Sakar's statements or anything like that being blasted everywhere, right? Because he has bots, he has operations, his tentacles everywhere, right? I never saw this outside of outlets because obviously they have to put that out because they have to show both sides. Otherwise, it's basically libel if they don't cover their back like that. But what did I see instead? I saw this. And this, again, trust me, bro souls, because I don't have all their tweets. But this is what I saw. So, shout out to Polly for actually putting this out. But I did see Veracity. I did see a lot of Amber Heard supporters. All those things amplifying this, saying he's an abuser, etc. And when Sam Sakar came out, they were like, "Oh no, oh he works for Depp, etc." You know, infinitum nihil. You know, as you can see here from Leave Her Alone, as you can see here, as pointed out by Variety, Sam Sakar is not listed on Blow credits for sound. That's not true because who was created exactly? It says here. I don't get it. Why are you such an idiot? You have to be an idiot because I can read in her own receipt. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me try and zoom in. Yeah, let me try and zoom in. Okay, it's making things worse. Can't really see it. Okay, just trust me, bro, on this. Trust me, bro, on this source. Let me try and zoom in from here. Okay, no, you can't see it. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, it says, in her own receipt, it says here, Depp's representative, who was credited as a sound technician on Blow, also worked on Depp's theme. But she is saying, as others pointed out, Variety, Sam Sakar is not listed in Blow credits for sound, but he is the CEO and vice president. What do you mean not listed? Because it's right here. They had to literally, because all of Amber Heard, they're saying all these things. Look, he's saying he's not here, he's not listed, this and that, even though you can see in the article that they have said he's listed. Their own article that they quoted. These are all Amber Heard supporters. It says right here. This is insane. But it's right here, Samuel Sakar. He's listed right here. I'm glad that this guy, that John Amanda Louise, didn't say anything. He just put the picture up. It's so bad. It's so bad. But you see what I'm trying to say. You're saying that bots, all of these things and this and that. Why are these guys not classed as bots? They are going out doing disinformation on the last stream. Sorry about this. I have to get a sturdier. Or at least this is all tight, so I don't know why it keeps going It's all tight. Okay, maybe that's not that tight. Not that tight. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Let me just quickly bear with me for 1 second. That's not gonna make a difference. It's not gonna tighten it a bit more. Okay, hopefully that's tightening it up. But basically, on the last stream, I showed you. I believe I did, but the coordinated activity that was going on with Amber Heard supporters, that they were going out and literally posting they would literally organize on the open, saying post at this time. There was even DM leaks on them buying bots from Christina Taft, all of those things. And I made the critique, Alexi, why are you not reporting on this? To me, this is breaking news. But before we continue further, I just want to go into a chat, because there's a few comments here. Rosemary Carter, hey, welcome so much, thank you so much. I'm just showing up what did Big Mouth Amber say now. She and Grace Barry in rare form this week. Amber actually hasn't said anything, but it doesn't mean that she hasn't said anything, because she's just speaking through other people, basically PR. In terms of Grace Jabari, I will be covering her tomorrow on the Heinz report. This one is kind of not on the fly, but kind of where I cover the things that I wouldn't really go into like legally or anything like that, where on the Heinz report is just basically, going into the legal stuff, doing more of a deep dive legally, and so this one is kind of where I get to sit back and talk with you guys, on some of the things that I've seen but didn't cover on the channel, or couldn't cover on the channel. So that's what this show is essentially about. So today we're talking about Amber Heard again in regards with the bot situation that she alleged. Tomorrow we'll talk about Grace Jabari on the Heinz report, and we'll go through the civil suits that she has basically launched against Jonathan Majors, which I think is such a farce. It's such a farce. I've said it to most people that I know that are lawyers, as well as work and counselors, in the DV field, and they say the same thing. It's like more or less the same thing. Let me phrase it like that. But to me, this is I'll go into it more tomorrow, but it's a woman's scorn, in my opinion. But yeah, but Rosemary, thank you so much for joining. I hope you are enjoying the show and what's happening here. So Elizabeth Garza says, I believe the actress is lying, because if it was true, then why didn't she go to AA Amber Heard when the Virginia trial was going on? Also, how many years has it been since that movie come out? Yes, all of this. Sam Sakar's statement aside, this is a very good point. At the same time, I can understand why it would be random for her to come out of nowhere and be like, hey, I'm going to testify on your behalf. However, the Mandels did that. The Mandels literally said, oh yeah, Johnny was this on set, etc. So I know what Elizabeth is referring to here, because that would have been the opportune time. We had Ellen Barkin coming out of nowhere and make allegations that, if you've I don't think I've gone into Ellen Barkin and her allegations, but it was gone into in terms of her memory and how she met Amber, because she claims that she didn't even know Amber at the time, but pictures surfaced from 2012 that she actually knew Amber from 2012. It's just too much, man. But yes, Elizabeth is right. Why couldn't she come in and testify to this behavior? And just now, suddenly, I just remembered this happened with Johnny Depp. That sounds far-fetched. And I would tend to believe the sound technician, because I know that these that leave her alone and co are saying that, and Veracity, etc., are saying that he's not part of the credits, he's not all of this, that all of that, and he's also the CEO and vice president of this production company, etc. So that means he's biased. He wasn't at the time. How does that negate what he said that he didn't hear at the time? He was actually a sound technician, not anything to do with that. I'm tired already, man. I'm so tired of this. But I gotta go back to the I gotta go back again. I gotta say it. I just gotta say it again. The one person who was on Depp's payroll, it's gonna come back to me. Nurse Erin Filati, and also Nurse Debbie Lloyd. All of the things that they were writing in their notes in regards to Amber Heard's behavior, if they were paid to conceal things, especially with Erin Filati, you would not find, like, it's not like can we please be consistent? Why do we have Erin Filati saying that, yeah, I actually noticed, don't want to misquote it, but you know what she said in regards to December 15th incident. She wouldn't put this in there if she's Depp's payroll. It defeats your argument. It would be in her best interest to not make sure that anything is written down. So if you're running to Erin Filati to say, see, she wrote this down, this and that, I'm going to ignore the fact that it's not obviously containing a lot of things that Amber claims happened that day. Even with that, you have to explain to me why I can read this. If its employees were paid to cover up, why am I reading this about Amber Heard, about the open lip? That's the one. I think it was open lip and messy hair. There was nothing about black eyes. You know, like the red lip, like cut open. Like, why am I reading that? It wouldn't be there. That's the point. Like, get off it, man. This girl lied to you. Random girl says, I'm waiting for later to see Kat's video on Grace Jabari. Yeah. She is she's doing great work on that. I think she already done a stream. I haven't watched it because I'm yet to do my stream. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Elizabeth says, yes, Hungry, it was a mistake. Good evening from Greece. Hey, Anna, Betty, evening to you too. Greece. The only thing I remember is it's a bad word. I don't know if I could do Malaka. That's what I remember. And also I love the souvlaki. And the gyros. I was eating that a lot when I was DJing there. Amazing. Non the Plume says, I assume most of us, no amount of money would persuade us to cover up SADA, the paid employee argument. It doesn't. I mean, there are people that would do anything for money. I mean, we have seen it even within the people that say that they support Johnny Depp. You know, we've seen. I won't elaborate, but we've seen it. So, but anyway, let me get off this Sam Sakar story and go into. I want to go into this bot claim because it has been happening since. It's been happening since June. I believe it wasn't. It's been happening, and Adam has been documenting it since. And I'm gonna give my take on why it's on why it's actually happening. So, I mean, to be quite fair, I'm reading all these articles, and I'm like, they're all just taking a swipe at Depp right now, because nobody, the PR team are not, his PR are not really saying anything or doing anything. So it's basically open season on him. But let me go into, try and find, let me first of all, yes, I got the right tab up. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go into some of these things. Right. So there are so many things that are wrong with the bot claim, because the first time the bots were coming out, or the bots were being claimed, I believe it was, like I said in the previous stream, it was in June, and then it was in the counterclaim. This is one second. Yeah, so this is a tweet from Adam Waldman. It's from August, and all of the tweets that I'm showing from Adam Waldman at the time, they are all courtesy of Depp Dive, who as, and you got to look at the context here, because Depp Dive was amazing in getting all of these things out, because the context was, if you all remember, Adam Waldman had actually lost his account in he was suspended from Twitter. I don't know the exact date, but I think it was sometime in March or April 2021 or May, not sure. I think it was around that time that he lost his Twitter account. So all of these things that I found, I mean, he's got it back now. It's called something else, but I wanted to, for historical context and accuracy, I want to just give Angie a massive shout out, because I believe she went in real time. This was up and running because of the date, because of the date, the screenshot that I'm showing here, the actual date of the upload is the 21st of August 2020. So she was uploading as she saw it, and then so when Adam's account went down, this was the only place to actually find Adam's tweets. So why is this important? It's because what he was tweeting is the reason why the bot claim are out. So this is one of them, where it says, is this a real kind of claim, or am I getting punked? It says here, 2 accounts. It says Russian individuals with the capability to organize such attacks. She, at the time, you gotta understand, because now they're saying Alexei is saying Saudi bots now, and I'll just go into check quickly. Resident Duke says, doing anything for money sounds more like like an Amber thing. Of course it is. Of course it is, because we're about to see why. Because end of the day, we know, like I said earlier, in regards to her getting money, in regards to her, how she uses the money, etc. In regards to how she uses, in regards to her movements, in terms of speaking publicly with the press, etc., we saw it that she only started doing these public statements or giving anything to the Sun, etc. Like, because before the case went on, the Sun had a photo, and I keep remembering this. I don't have the article with me. Let me actually quickly. He done it, but the headline, I remember the headline. He done it before Sun Depp. I definitely remember the headline. This was in 2018. So let me try and get it up. because this was in 2018, where before Depp had even launched the claim, and I think the Sun did that so that they can kind of like dissuade him from going further with the case. Let me quickly get it up. So this was in 2018. Okay, it should be here. So damn it, I can't find it. I can't. Nope. Hold up. The Sun, Johnny Depp. Is basically the picture with Amber Heard, with with eyes that was a bit more darkened than before. I'm trying to find it. Sorry about this, guys. Hopefully I can. Damn it. Literally just going on the fly. Hold up. Damn, I can't find it, but is the edited photo. I'm not sure if you guys remember it. That's the one. Depp did it before. That's the one here. Found it. It's on. Let me quickly go to it. It's basically, I found it on Facebook. The Sun. Tomorrow's front page. Why is that? Oh, okay. Amber Heard says Johnny Depp abuser in a 4-year. Okay, so wrong timeline. That's all. My bad on that one. I thought it was 2018, but it was actually 1st of June 2016 that they done it. I'm glad I'm actually so as you can see, this photo is, but the point I was gonna make with this was how new the photo was. Basically, we seen this photo before in trial, did not look like this. So I was gonna show the editing pattern, but I got the wrong date in my head. It was actually 2016, not 2018, as you can see here, based on when it was posted. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so let's move off that. But it doesn't. So okay. So back to what I was saying in regards to the why. The point I want to make was, why are they going after Adam Waldman in all of this? In all of this, they're not going after Benchu. They're not going after Camille Vasquez. Well, they may have gone after him. No, not even that. They didn't go after her at the time, because that was only, what's her face? That flipping, I can't remember her name. She's deactivated now. Anyway, I can't remember her name. Michelle D'Alba, that's one. So it was only her that I remember going after Camille Vasquez. But it's all Adam Waldman that they're going after, and that's my question. Why are they going after Adam Waldman? As I shown in the first tweet, as I shown in this tweet about, is this actually a real counterclaim? And then this one I always found the most interesting. It says, here's the expert that Saudi owned Variety. And again, it's interesting how it's now Saudi bots, etc., informed their smear, etc. And this was the article written about Johnny Depp. He was saying all of these things back in 2020, before the bot claim really actually took off or really had any merit to it. It was already being highlighted here because he revealed her counterclaim in August. This is the email that was sent. He was revealing all of their communications, basically. What the public basically got to see is like, oh, I'm doing a story about you, blah blah. I've spoken to a couple of legal experts. My editor was. This is after the UK case was concluded. So he was showing the communications that he was having with these media companies. If you all remember, and this is the main reason why I think they're going after Adam Waldman. Again, remember they were talking about disinformation, him being Russian, all of those things, Russian links, etc. This was all starting from that counterclaim. But before that, if you all remember Laura Deveniere, Amber Heard actually put out. I need to sit up for this one. I need to correct my posture for this one. Amber Heard actually put out a recording. Let me try and find it. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Amber Heard actually put out a recording right here. And this is a pro Amber source. This was July 2020. So Amber Heard actually put out a recording. Okay. Allegedly, Amber Heard allegedly put out a recording in which it was Laura Deveniere venting, etc. About Waldman not getting her permission to do a lot of things. Him forcing her to testify. She didn't want to testify, etc. There were so many things of that going out here. So the recording was out again. Edit. She likes to call edits. I'll get to that later. But the point is, this was during the trial that she was talking to Laura Deveniere. She was meant to come in and testify. As you can see, that's a picture of Waldman, etc. All those things they're talking about here. Let me try and find the part. Let me try and find the part that is actually pertinent for this. I can highlight this one. Great. So Deveniere was cross-examined in the trial, and basically she was basically saying, I did feel under pressure to say something, etc. A text message from Mr. Woman to Ms. Deveniere also read out in court, etc. But again, all of these things, this is all what happened in court, just reporting it. The next move that Waldman made, let me try and find it, was to release this. And I think this was on the 6th of January 2021. So this was uploaded on the 6th of January 2021. Let me try and find it. Let me actually try and find the tweet. Oh damn, I can't find the tweet now. Oh damn, that helps. That really helps with me establishing the timeline for this. But the point is, the tweet was released, and as we have shown how Hanji was taking the screenshots, it will be as Adam posts. So to save time, because I don't wanna have this stream overrun to too much time. Let's just say that this was put out on January 2021. It basically says Adam basically said hold up. Correction, I did not speak with Amber's friends about it. So this was sent on the 28th of when is the 6th? June, 28th of June 2019. Correct. I did not speak. I can't even. Okay, I'll zoom in like this so you can see. Correct. I did not speak with Amber's friends about it. That would have been out of character or something I would recall on. The only thing that would have been said, it was something like asking how she's doing. That said, I've been racking my brain trying to recall what were the times like when I saw her immediately break up, etc. I don't think this was during, in the NGN lawsuit. I did not find it. That's why I'm saying I don't think. But I could have an oversight. Could have made an oversight. But this is all building to a point that I'm making later in regards to the PR, because I'm gonna show you the final parts. Again, don't want to make this stream way too long. But anyway, it says here, it also just wouldn't have been that memorable to me at the time, as it was common knowledge that their relationship was difficult, and because I hadn't noticed any signs of physical abuse. For context, Laura Deveniere saw Amber Heard on the 23rd of May 2016, 23rd, 24th, basically the same week that she said that she had bruises, etc. This is where the makeup the whole makeup thing comes on, and she was saying that she was wearing it whenever she goes out, so of course Laura was not gonna see it. But at the same time, Isaac Baruch obviously contradicted that a little bit, because she was like, I saw her in the face, like, she wasn't wearing makeup when she was in her room, even though they try to stick with that narrative. But anyway, point is, the picture exists. This was this is all in the, let me actually try and find the original so that I can show you the tweet that was made by Waldman. 1 second. That's the one. All right. So this was on January 17th. Okay, so this is the original tweet. This was on January 17th. Miss Deveniere agreed that that she felt pressure. This is after the case. This is 2021. So he released this to show that the info that you heard about him pressurizing her to do all this is false. He released all of that to show, hey, no, the legal team, her legal team, her lawyer actually emailed me to say this, that her client gave a voluntary statement, etc. Did not, moreover, she's quite upset with the son's continued threats. The son's continued threats and attempts to force her involvement in this case. With that in mind, please be further advised that my client also provided our office with authority to oppose the petition to compel our testimony if we failed to do so. This was on March 10, 2020, way before the trial began. So we get to see this. This was what was posted. Oh, that. So again, this is another one. Again, this goes back to the recording. And it says, my client was unaware of of any recording, and to my knowledge, never considered to being recorded. So far as I'm concerned, any such recording, if indeed there is one of mine, would be a violation of the penal code. Secondly, I previously aided my counsel for the son that she made the opportunity to make change to a declaration that matters stated true and correct to her best. So all Adam was doing was showing that everything that they're writing in the paper to say that he did this and did that. This is why I believe there's Adam Waldman is the one that they're going after, because he is showing, he basically caught them with the pants down to show, yo, you released the audio, like, you like the audio tape that you released of Laura Deveniere saying all those things. That was you intimidating a witness so that they don't, and pressurizing them to give a favorable testimony for you. That's all this is. at least in my opinion, that's what I think. That's my interpretation of what I'm seeing, and this is why they're after him. It was Russian bots. We read it before. It was Russian bots. This is what Laura Deveniere sent to Waldman saying, "Oh, Fish, you can, you guys." This is probably for those that have seen it. This is like for those that were there at the time. This is basically old news. This is nothing. You guys have seen it before, but for those that haven't seen it, for those that have not seen it, this is kind of the context to why I believe they're going after him hard, especially now because he has featured in every documentary that they're doing. He has featured in anything that has to do with Amber Heard is Waldman. Go after Waldman. He's doing this, he's doing that. All Waldman was doing was correcting the record that the media was putting out there to give Amber Heard a favorable light when it wasn't favorable. The one thing also that he did put out that I need to, there was also a text message from Whitney Heard to Laura as well, Laura Deveniere. Trying to find it. 1 second. Trying to find it. I think I closed it by accident, to be honest. I think I closed it by accident. I'll try and find it again. But basically, it was a text message from Trust Me Bros. You can basically go and find. Let me actually put it in there so that you guys can actually go and look it up yourselves. If you guys haven't seen it, but Trust Me Bros. I just to speed up the time, because I can't find it now. Basically, there was a text to Laura Deveniere saying that saying no, there wasn't. He can't subpoena you. What did he say to you? And this text was from Whitney. Again, why can't Amber just text her directly? No, she gets everyone else to do it that can't, Whitney was the one that messaged Laura to say, hey, no, Waldman is he's this and that. What did he say to you? He can't issue a subpoena, etc. But as it turns out, a subpoena was already issued. Like she basically said, you can't issue 2 subpoenas. The time of this message was around July 2018. One subpoena was already issued on April 2018 to Laura Deveniere. Another one was being issued in August, which was what Adam Waldman was basically referring to, in my honest opinion. So, in my honest opinion, that timeline is key because end of the day, everything that Waldman is putting out has been to correct the narrative in regards to Amber Heard's PR play, because we gotta stop pretending like she wasn't doing PR, and this is why they're going, in my opinion, that they're going with this bots claim, because they're doing cleanup for what happened in the trial. I'm gonna expound more on that in a bit, because this is the sneakiest cleanup that I've seen as well. I'm gonna go into it in a bit, but let me just go into a chat and say hi to you guys. Also, guys, like Rosalind Duke, like most of the members here, like Random Girl, she's also a member of the Heinz Hall. Sign up and become a member. You can choose whichever tier that you want, whether it be the Heinz Condiment Island, where you get to see previews of early content. Sorry, you also get to see unreleased content. And if you're in the Heinz Hall, you get to see exclusive content that has been released elsewhere, but it's not on YouTube, etc. So, like for example, Ketchup Man content, you get to see that on Heinz Hall as well. So if you're a member, there's a lot of content coming for you guys. Also, shameless plug, tomorrow we're doing a coverage of the Heinz report in regards to Grace Jabari's civil filing. Make sure you tune in there. But to the chat, hello everyone. Sorry that I went off on a little bit. I have neglected you guys for a while. You can also send super chats if you like what you're seeing here. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Karen De Silva says, welcome Karen, welcome back. I haven't seen you here for a while. Thank you for coming back. He says, because they think they won. I don't know the context to that, sorry. Because they think they won a claim against Adam, so they think they can go after him. No, this one is personal. This one is personal. I think this one is personally Amber Heard, because I don't know why this man, out of everybody you can go after, him, of all the people, he was not there. Waldman was not there to actually strategize or do anything. He was kicked out. I'm covering the whole BR, Brown Rudnick fiasco on a different stream. I'm covering all of that. But he was not there to make key. So I don't know why you're going after this man. Is it because he actually done his job in building this case? Maybe that's why. But that's why I think they're doing it, because this guy has time and time again, and I'm going to show you as we are going on, to show that Amber Heard is nothing but a liar, and he was doing that. And because the narrative was changing after, and this is key, after January 2020, you can't tell me it's a coincidence that the counterclaim that we just read on the 20th of August was filed about the bots, citing iPod. It cited iPod, Italian fans of Depp. It cited iPod as a bot. By the way, it was like, now you see Alexei with his podcast trying to give it some kind of credence, as if it has basis in anything. Something that really, that you can tell, if you just open the documents and you follow this case chronologically, you can tell is the most laughable. I'd rather be a flat earther. I'd rather be a conspiracy theorist that believes lizards are ruling the world. I'd rather do that than believe bots are the reason why Amber Heard won this case. Come on, my God. Think about this for a second. We went through this on the last stream. There was a trial where there were so many people watching on so many different sources that it's just not possible. So many different channels. Not just YouTube channels where, of course, you can argue bias one way or the other, depending on the person covering. But how do you explain people that watch it on Sky News, watch it on E Online, Law and Crime, Court TV, all of those other sources that don't have live commentary? How do you expect them to also be fooled and were beguiled, and the bot, were bots present in the courtroom to sway people's decision? Let's be real for a minute. Let's be real for a minute. Random Girl says, you deserve the support for the doc. I'm sorry it took me so long to work it out. I appreciate you watching the doc, to be honest. There was only so much I can do, but I try to keep it part 3 is coming out, by the way, so watch out for that. Part 3, I can't wait. I will make sure that all you members get to see it 48 hours early before release. So when I release it to the members, I will put out the premiere signal so that you guys know that is out and public. So anyone that's a member, they get to see it first. The exclusive content is for Heinz Hall. So no matter the tier, you get to see my content first. So again, you can join for as little as 99 pence, or I don't know how much is it in dollars. Probably like $1 or something like that. It's really affordable. It will really help with the continuous running of the channel. I like, I appreciate every single one of you that are supporting so far. I really, really do. And I thank every single one of you that are, current members. Thank you so much for that comment, Random Girl. I really do appreciate it, because there was a lot of work that went into that doc. I hope that you did appreciate the timeline that was given in part 2 from A to C. Really important. I tried to cover 5 years of the relationship in that one timeline, and I hope I did do a good job in making sure that it was concise and historically accurate. I hope that was the case. I meant to say won on a claim in court. Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, but the claim was weak though as well. I mean, anyway. Wait, Random Girl says, wait, lizards aren't ruling the world? They're not. I've seen that theory about, how they want to keep the bloodline pure, which is why you have the monarchy, which is why, look, it sounds convincing, but that's what I'm saying. That one sounds a lot more convincing. That one, at least I can get behind that one, because this one is like, DNA. So if you were to trace and then you do find reptilian blood, look, I know this conspiracy theories, but I'd rather get behind that one. I'd rather get behind biblical conspiracy theories, and I've seen them. I've seen those I'd rather get behind that. I'd rather get behind faking the moon landing. I've seen the conspiracy theory about Stanley Kubrick directing it all, and I'd rather get behind that because he literally made a movie, A Space Odyssey, around the same time. I think it's a 2001 A Space Odyssey. I've always confused it and thought it was actually in 2001. I actually didn't know it was made in in the 1960s until I watched the conspiracy. I was like, wow, it's actually 1960s, because the graphics was insane. It was insane. I haven't seen the full movie, A Space Odyssey. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I need to watch it, to be honest. But I'd rather get behind that the fake moon landing theory, than get behind this bots theory. It doesn't make sense. There's no connective tissue, and I'm gonna get into the PR bit. We don't have long left. We have like 15 minutes left, because I do wanna so if you have any questions as well, if you want to know anything, if you like the layout, let me know in the chat as well. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can send a super chat to an amount that you find appropriate. But I appreciate you. But again, like I was saying, Waldman was going into things like this, like the ties to Gloria Allred. Can't say her name. But this one is where he showed, it says, rule number 1 of dirty media spinning: don't let evidence of libelous smears fall into your opponent's hands. So, as the judge was writing up his judgment for November 2020, Adam made a tweet in August 2020 after the case was concluded, so the judge can go deliberate. He made the tweet. And he basically said, he basically put out there he basically alleges that this was what NGM had basically, emailed. I don't know who these people are. But again, as you can see, redacts the important information. You don't really, the only thing you have is the fact that they're mentioning these people. It says, hope you're well. We wanted to give you the heads up. A major development in Depp v. NGN case. I will forward the judgment once we receive it from the US. And as per usual, anything you need, free to call Mark, myself. A crucial witness, Inglessis did not. When was this written? 11th of June 2020. Melanie Inglessis is a sorry. Let me go back. Sorry. did not want to give evidence in the UK case, which starts now, which starts on the 7th of July. So this was sent a month in advance because she was fearful of her career in Hollywood. Inglessis is a makeup artist and signed a declaration to the US court stating that she had to conceal Amber's bruises, ripped out her hair, and a cut lip, all caused by Depp ahead of appearance in the late night Golden Show, blah blah. Inglessis did not have to give testimony in a British court unless she's compelled to give evidence. In a motion to quash the order compelling Inglessis to provide evidence, Miss Inglessis is forced to testify publicly in this high-profile matter and things she saw in a celebrity client's home while she was working. So the U.S. court, which is Central District of California, Western Division, has rejected this motion, meaning Miss Inglessis will have to testify in the UK trial. The UK case will therefore hear this evidence of how Depp's alleged violence left Amber battered and bruised. Not true. Miss Inglessis' testimony is expected between 17. So that was the update. Again, do you know how key this is? This third party, do you know how key this is? It says this third party testimony is further proof. So, as you can see, this was the next part of the email. It says Inglessis did not have to give testimony unless she was compelled in the motion to provide testimony. Our lawyer stated if NGN's request is granted and Miss Inglessis is forced to testify publicly in this approval matter, she saw the service, blah blah. So this is how they were spinning it in the trial. Sorry, in the thing. In the press. And yeah, blah 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 blah. Especially I'm gonna say during a marriage, especially forced to get it, relieve the horror. So this was the spin, but basically, all Waldman is doing here is to basically show what was going on behind the scenes. 1 second. Now let's get to it because the podcast is coming out next week. The final part, which includes scrubbing. They will say in that final part, and this is where I believe that the danger of what they're doing now, because they did this for the French documentary. There, where in that documentary they basically said that Brian was editing audio tapes. They put up, and I wanted to put this in the doc, but it's a different angle, so I removed it. But they put in red of the transcript of the audio that was cut out by Brian. The stupid part, that was then. So the stupid part from that is this was just filler. It's what editors would do every single time. We played it for you in the with the Daily Mail. I can't play what hasn't been released yet, but I have heard the podcast, all episodes, and they basically said that Brian scrubbed out the part that basically said each other. When you listen to the whole audio, because they love to go to this one audio in which Amber Heard was the one that was admitting to all those physical violence, all of those things. They don't go into that. In fact, even with the all let me save it for when it's released. But I just want to play this. Let me save it for when it's released because we'll be back and I will do a side-by-side comparison to see how stupid and how irrelevant it is to even pull this argument as if it saves Amber Heard when it really doesn't, because I'll play you the parts from that audio from minute 1 to when he said this that you're now framing as, oh, he admits to something. No, he never did that. And I will show why. Because if you know anything about abuse dynamics, they placate. The victim placates a lot. But what do I know? I'm just a dumbass on the internet that just, you know, chats about all of these things and, you know, doesn't actually have any working brain. I'm a bot, basically. I'm a bot. I admitted today, I have been holding it down. I have been holding this secret and I couldn't hold it in anymore. I am a bot, guys. I am a bot. I was sent by Skynet to come and rescue Johnny Depp from himself. Come on, my guys. Like, do you hear how ridiculous it sounds to even raise this bot argument? Anyway, let me go to the tweet. Let me go to the tweet. This tweet was made by Jax, an amazing person, and yes, she has been here since, because people for some reason have short memories. Again, I won't elaborate on why people have short memories, but this is 7th of August 2022. It says here, who is it that edits audios again? We're talking about editing audios, guys, right? So this is an actual edit. I don't have to say alleged for this one. You can hear it for yourself. Remember the Tell the World audio? This is why I said it's PR, because I went online on YouTube, etc., to try and find this. It's not here, but the account Camilla, because that's Camilla. When you go onto the incredible YouTube, and I did this, I scouted all through to try and find this. It's not there. Why? Why is it not there? Why would you think? When you go onto that channel, they're not getting views, not at the rate of Brian or anything like that. No one cares about that channel. But on Twitter, Camilla was getting press left, right, center. Like, look at this. This context is necessary. Camilla was getting press left, right, center. All through, Jezebel was writing about her. All of those mainstream publications were quoting her. So when it comes to her doing things like this, she was getting traction. She had, I believe at the time, 15,000 to 19,000 followers before she deactivated and was never to be heard from again. Why? She says, I'm just a minor. I'm just a minor. Don't look into me, Andy, or something like that. That's what happened, and then she deactivated. But this was the random girl.
It's the
this was
divorce
the edit.
phone call, all right? And I don't care.
Talk
I'll
to
say it.
team.
I did not call the cops. I think there's no statement.
IO called the
I did
cops.
not
Listen to this.
call the cops.
This is
You
Tell the
told
World
IO to
audio.
call the cops.
I did not call the cops, and I did not give them any statement when they came. I've been trying to protect you.
You told IO to call the cops.
When while it was happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I thought you would do it on accident. And I told you that. I said, oh my God, I thought for the first time.
Amber, I lost a finger, man. Come on.
So when I say that I thought you could kill me, that doesn't mean you counter with you.
Wow, they
also
cut a lot out.
Yeah, they did.
They just cut a lot out.
Yeah, that's actually a waste because there's so much.
They just cut the entire
Yep.
thing where like she's talking about the different fights or whatever they've had.
Yeah.
And he's like, Amber, he's thinking of when it got crazy. He's like, well, it got crazy when I lost my finger. And she comes up with this, you tell everyone it was a fair fight. You tell everyone it was a fair fight.
I'll fast forward here.
While it was happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I told you that.
So you do it on
I said,
accident.
oh my God, I
All right.
thought the first time.
Amber, I lost a fucking
Yes.
finger, man.
There you
Come
go.
on.
Look at that. Look at all this they cut
I had
out.
a mineral can of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
A fair fight, and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny.
Look at that.
Oh, this is that classic line.
So you're telling me that Alexi is saying that this cut, like they're saying that Brian cut a 2 second of what he said from the audio and put it out there, and he had more views. They just cut it. I can't. The same thing that you're accusing Brian of, Camilla was getting views back then. This is post trial. Many people listened to that audio. Many people were listening to Camilla's threads and were citing them in articles, and that cut that you heard was in articles. We'll go into it in the next episode when this episode is out, and we'll go through the full audio to show you how irrelevant. I'm gonna say right now. Yeah. Do I agree with Brian cutting word or anything like that? In terms, me, I like completeness, right? But that's me. I actually like completeness, but that makes my things way longer than it should be. I don't know Brian's creative decisions, but I do know every journalist has a right to create, as I shown in the previous stream, that even Daily Mail was cutting things, but I didn't go into the methodology, etc. I didn't go into what they were cutting, etc. I didn't have time to go into that. But I will go into, once the audio is out, I'm gonna show you side by side how irrelevant it is that they even latch onto this better argument, because every journalist, and that's what Brian was, a journalist. His videos were, the longest I've seen is probably like not even near 1 hour. I think it was 1 hour when he played. I think that's the longest when he played the Australia audio. I think in full. I could be wrong, so correct me in the comments if I am. But I don't care. I don't care for the reasons he chooses to make what audio put out. He is not if he was a judge and this was, and he knows that the audio were altered and he still let them in, that's fine. I'll be like, okay, I'll be concerned. But this guy is just a journalist, and journalists are allowed creative freedoms to do things like that if they need to write a piece or they don't need to make their work too long. They are afforded to do that. They can do things like that. They are allowed to. That doesn't mean jack shit. I'm sorry for swearing. I'm so angry right now because they're arguing over things that is daily practice as a journalist. You have to make decisions on, what do I keep in? What do I take out? What do I keep in? What do I not only what do I keep in, what do I take out, but at the same time, how long is what I'm gonna play? How long should it be? Would I lose my viewership? All those things. These are decisions that they make before they write something. Again, it's going too long, but I'm gonna give 10 minutes. It's gone over the time that I wanted to do, because I don't want these streams to be too long. So I'll give 10 more minutes, and then once I hit the 2 hour mark, I'll close off. So if you have questions for me or comments you want me to read out, anything like that, let me know, and then we'll revisit it. But the point I'm making is, you're allowed to do this, even if you decide to cut at a point that someone finds crucial. There's a reason why you don't find it crucial, and journalists are allowed to do that. Sometimes it's oversight. Brian may have wanted to keep it in. You suggesting you need Karen De Silva. I will get back to you, because I have seen your comment. I will get back to you one second. I'm trying to find the tweet. So 1 second. I just need to find. Damn it! I can't find the tweet. Okay, so damn it! I had the tweet before. It's bizarre that I can't find it now. Okay, Control H. Okay, 1 second. Let me try and find the tweet now, because it is very, very important for what we're talking about today. But the point is, but the point I wanted to make is, irrespective of what cuts what or who cuts what, irrespective of that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't change anything, because when you listen to the full context, which we're gonna play on part 3, which is the final part of all this, and then I can close the book on, this whole Amber Heard thing. But all of this is PR. Everything that you're watching is PR. Why? But why is it happening? Why is it happening here? The reason why it's happening here, and I think I opened the wrong tab. To override. I overrid one of the tweets I really need. Damn it. But in terms of, to make my point, all of this is PR, in a sense that they're trying to clean up everything that they saw in a trial because it was unfavorable. Regardless of what you say, that will never change. What people saw for the trial, that was the story. If Amber Heard had any evidence, people cannot unsee the fact that Amber Heard told people on live TV that she had pictures underneath the makeup that she tried to introduce, she gave to her team, but they didn't produce it. Meaning that there's some nefarious play going on, either from Depp's side or from her side. You can't unsee that. You can't also unsee that she said that, and she still went on NBC, release the Stephen Dutas text that was already public knowledge from 2016, release doctor's note that was already out on the... all of those things that was already out. You did not see these pictures that she says she had underneath the makeup. You cannot undo all these things. You cannot change these things. There's so many things from that trial that came out that was so unfavorable to her, that came from her own mouth. This is why you're seeing it. And the most important one is because she made, again, going back to Waldman, quickly, because I know we don't have too long left. I just really want to make this point. Damn it, where is it? Damn it. Did I? Damn. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna find that. Where is that tweet again? Yeah, okay. So the tweet that you heard was from on the Unraveling threads, which you can go watch, but on movie myths and monsters. But let me try and find. Damn it. Okay, so there is also one tweet that Adam Waldman, again, why is Adam Waldman the target in all of this? You cannot overlook the fact that Amber Heard also made testimony that she was not allowed to drive, that she was not, and you know how the internet does, you know how the Johnny Depp community is like. They go and look for receipts, and they find receipts of her actually driving and repairing the Mustang. Her fans, I was there, I saw these things, these are not bots. But they're saying they're bots to discredit everything that was coming out, to show every inconsistency during the trial. They're now saying that those people were the ones that changed. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because if those people were bots, what does that make your side? Because they're doing the same thing. We saw the edits here. But the most important thing that came out from Waldman was this text that negates all of that. Let me just read it. It basically says, Amber, March 9, 2015. Waldman released this on January 2021. March 9, 2015 was when she was supposedly. God, I just can't believe this girl. Whew. Anyway, it says, I also have insurance paperwork for the Range Rover. I looked at it and the name on the insurance is Johnny's. Can you please add me to the insurance, to the policy? You said you couldn't drive. You were coercively controlled. Or add my name, I can leave it for you on the table here. So you had access to a car and you couldn't drive to go seek medical help. She, like I said, Waldman is a target because he was doing these things because he was releasing all of our lies, and they're now trying to clean up and say it was bots, he was deploying bots, because all the people were doing were picking up what he put out and just amplifying it. And they're saying, oh, that's bot activity. No, it's not. If you have an interest in a case and you're like, what, there's audio? Oh, now the audio is edited. The tweet I was going to show you was a tweet from Jax in 2020. 2020, because people forget that she was actually here under the name's Q. But there was a tweet from Jax from 2020 that I found today, and I'm so pissed that I can't access that tweet again to actually show you what she said. Well, let's see if it's this. Let's see if it's this one. No, it's not that one either. Oh, I'm actually pissed that I can't access that tweet. But basically, if I find it, I'll show it in the previous, because it's so contextual to everything that we're discussing today. So contextual. But she said, think about it. If you are going to allege that if you're going to allege that the audio was altered, this same audio was present from the 2016 deposition. The same audio. So where is the alteration? Everything that you heard from that audio is what was released. Every single thing that you heard from the audio was what was released to the Daily Mail. Where's the alteration? So if it's altered, it wouldn't have been permitted there. Funny enough, Amber Heard did have a technician that authenticated the Stephen Duter's text that she couldn't conveniently call into the. My bad. Oh, that's my water. That she couldn't conveniently. Thank God that was empty. That she couldn't conveniently call into the UK case, the US case, to also authenticate it again, where it came up with some, when they were going through this, she couldn't call him to authenticate it again. It's in the unsealed documents that they couldn't even find it on his phone. She had to use a complete separate Excel spreadsheet. But all her other texts were done with Cellbrite. All of these things is because there is a cacophony? No, I don't know. I don't think that's the right word. But all of these things is happening because of what happened during trial, because of thanks to Andrea Burker for the unsealing of the documents, because guaranteed they had those documents ready to post out and run their narrative, and we wouldn't have been able to see them. So that's why if it wasn't for Andrea Burkhardt and this community, the Depp community actually banding together and be like, yo, let's pay for these documents, and actually saying, yeah, there is no way we would have actually found out a lot of the things that came out during the trial. They obviously repositioned to try and say, oh, because of Depp fans doing this, that means that they inflicted their own damage. No, they just made sure that Amber can't control the narrative, in the sense that we get to see everything. The same thing with Angie getting all these documents out. There was tweets after tweets of saying, oh no, Amber's notes are out. Remember, she said that she will go through this on the next time. I don't want to say too much. We'll go through this on the same next time. Why is PR or and the let me not get ahead of myself. Let me go to the chat. I want to elaborate further. Let me go to the chat. So, Elizabeth says, as a survivor myself, equally, I'm sorry to hear of what you went through. I'm glad that you have. I hope that you have healed from that, because I do take it personally what's happened. Again, she's look. If you can lie about something that is so traumatic to many people, there is no saving you, at all. At all. You have absolutely. This thing is so unhinged. that actually makes sense. It's actually not. It's actually not straight. You're not well in the head if you can actually go out and do these things, like actually lie about domestic abuse. That's why people don't like Amber, because they know she's full of BS. So anyway, random girl says, I do believe the moon landing is fake. We should try and DM. Look, listen, I don't believe it's real. I believe it's real. I believe the moon landing actually happened. But what I was trying to say was, I rather believe it's fake than believe bots is the reason why people don't believe Amber Heard. Yeah, I rather believe I rather believe that. I rather believe every other conspiracy theory than believe, because it just sounds so stupid. It sounds like all of these things that they are alleging would have proof behind it, like literal ironclad proof. But they're like, oh, we have to subpoena you to get your record. Like so basically, you're saying you have to break laws to prove something that even if you do enter, this is Alexi's words, even if you go into the account and you have access to get to the account, you still do not know if it's a bot or not, because you need to get access to the person controlling it. That shows you that this is full of BS. Do bots exist? Yes, they do. But they are traceable. They usually have the same IP, etc. They usually have all of those. But when you allege bots, but this is the main caveat, which I'm like, okay, fine. If there was no laws and they had all of, they had everything given to them, you still cannot. You still have to, after you've got all the information to prove, this account was a bot, that account was a bot, this account was a bot, that account was a bot, all those things. When you prove that, you now have to prove that these accounts were operating during the trial that was watched by millions. This is too, like Occam Resin will say to you, it doesn't exist. You're going on a wild goose chase. Even if everything was given to you, you cannot prove it, because the one variable remains that you cannot change, which is what you're trying to do, which is why all this is PR, is because all of this dirty laundry has been aired out about Amber Heard, and she's trying to use anything to make people forget the events of even the UK case. You can hear it. They don't pirate it anymore. Anything to do with the UK case, they don't talk about the media play that Depp played or Waldman played. Like this is what I'm trying to say. Whenever they mention Waldman, it's never about what media they don't even say media tricks or do anything like that, saying, oh, he was beguiling you. They just say he was employing bots to control the narrative. That's stupid, guys. He was doing way more than that. He was doing way more. And when I say way more, like, I know how stupid people are, because I know some of you are hate watching. What I'm saying is, he was, look, when you can prove to me the bus theory, I will take it on. To me, you just sound like a bunch of conspiracy theories with nothing better to do than live in your mom's basement. But he was putting out the truth in regards to Amber Heard, Whitney Heard, all of that family to show how much of a hoax this whole damn thing is. Moving on. I agree. Are cash victims affected by gross? Don't let. Okay, no, that's a bit of a personal chat. Don't come for that brand for his. Yes, I agree. Still the word Skynet. Skynets. Rosalind Duke. I'm only 3.2% bot. I am 100% bot. What human wears this hat? I don't know. That didn't land the way I wanted to land. Oh. I'm sorry. I won't do that again. I wasn't on X on Twitter then. Brian has published the entire audio. Others have published the entire audio. The entire audio, because the audio that they're referring to is a 4-hour audio that hasn't been published. I haven't seen it on Brian's channel, but I have seen it on Les. I did see it on Stevie J. Roth's old channel, and I've seen it on Court TV. Like, it's out there. Basically, it's public knowledge. I know what you're referring to. I just wanted to caveat, like, the entire audio is out there. What Brian did publish was the entire audio of the Australia account, which again we will go into it next time, of even how Twitter accounts are now starting to, like, try and change the narrative around that, which is again move on. He published them later. Sorry, they did. Yeah, okay. So Karen De Silva says, why are you saying he cut things? This is okay. They played the whole thing. That needs context. And I'm guessing you weren't here from the beginning. Basically, the podcast by Alexi Mostras alleges that Brian cuts, etc. And that's why I was using that, because that's what the podcast said, that he cut those things. And I'm kind of erring on the side of not caution, but I'm saying, let's say it's true. I'm playing devil's advocate, basically. Let's say, because they were framing it with the intention of deceit, and I'm like, no, that's when you see the full record, you will see that that's not the case, because regardless, because when this audio went out, the Daily Mail had a copy. Brian went on the Daily Mail and basically reproduced bits of that. So they're honing in on the bits that he reproduced and trying to say he was acting nefarious. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the F up, basically. That's basically where I'm at. I'm like, no, Brian didn't do anything wrong, because Daily Mail, and I think I shared in the previous stream, they were cutting themselves. But you're not going after them. Random Girl says, when I went to your website, oh, what? Doofenshmirtz, there was videos, Brian, they weren't visible on his channel, but still viewable. Thanks for sharing those links. Oh, you probably mean the documentary section. Yeah, because I did. Yes. Yeah. Oh, you mean the references? Yes. Okay. No worries. I always aim for a case I cover in depth. I will always provide the references for it, because anything can happen on the internet. Yes, I did start a figure fight. Amber Heard's most truthful word of my woman. Exactly. So Duff. The UK case on Depp Dive had claim the Met Gala with no link. Had a claim of the Met Gala bruises with no link. The UK case on Depp Dive, that's because it doesn't exist. Like, if I know Angie, she is like me. She's full transparency. I know if she put it there, that means Amber's team put it out. Why is there no link? Why would you have the one evidence to prove your case and then you take it away? I would love, if you can, Random Girl, you can message me on DMs on Twitter. That's my you see my ad there. Message me there and I will respond when I am out of jail. It's literally only 6 more hours left, so I'll be out of jail in not 6 hours, 16 more hours, I think. 16 or 18 more hours. Let me try tweeting and see what happens. Okay, I have 16 more hours left. So yeah. Solo Love, all this Amber Heard talks made me look forward to Grace tomorrow. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. We will close out there. Rosalind Duke, thank you so much for tuning in. Solo Love, thank you so much for tuning in. Karen De Silva, Elizabeth, every single one of you that tuned in today and were, commenting, etc. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like to become a member of the channel, consider becoming a member of Heinz Hall and get perks. Details are in there. But thank you so much again. If you made this far, like the video. If you're watching on replay, crew, hi. Listen, I'm sorry that we ran a bit too much because I don't want my streams to be this long. I always aim to keep it at 1 hour 45 minutes max. But this one did have a lot more detail behind it. I really wanted to show the PR so that part 3 can be a bit more bang, referential, streamlined, so that we get to talk. So that we and the chat get to talk more. But yes, tomorrow, make sure you tune in for the Heinz report case files editions. We're going to be going through Grace Jabari's civil suits. You'll get my opinions on it as well. Grace Jabari, in my opinion, she's just gone, man. She's just gone because she's made new allegations in this civil filings. I cannot believe what I read today. It's not going to be a cold read. I'm gonna do my best to cover everything and give my honest opinion legally, whether it has any merit or not. But yeah. Anyway, I can't wait for that. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure that you share this video with your friends as well. And I'll see you tomorrow for our Heinz report stream. Take care of yourself. Have a great day. Bye.